everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, and today I wanted to talk about something that I've been seeing a lot of people talk about, whether it's in my comments here or on Poshmark or in Facebook groups that I'm in. People are just complaining that they think lives are killing the platform and really hurting other people that are not really wanting to do the lives, and I'm here to say that that is not true, and it's kind of frustrating to see. So I want to talk about why I feel that way and why I think people feel the way they do about it, and just kind of have an open discussion with you guys. I would also love to hear your opinions down below in the comments, what your thoughts are. I'm just really sick of people blaming other people for, not having sales and not having success in their own closet when they're not really willing to adapt and try new things. So that's what today's video is gonna be. If that is something that is interesting to you, maybe you have a completely different opinion and you believe that the lives are killing the platform, but I don't know. I just wanted to have that video today, and it was something that was on my mind and I really just wanted to talk about it. So hopefully you stick around and watch the entire video, and also make sure that you're subscribed so you never miss a future video that I do here on this channel. Okay, so as I mentioned, I have been getting so many comments and I've seen so many comments of people just saying that the lives are killing the platform, and it's like they're hurting other people who don't do lives and they're preventing them from making sales and having success, and I just really strongly disagree with this, and I just find it so, I don't know, it's just kind of rude when people think that one little thing is killing their closet that other people are doing, because I feel like everyone just has to adapt and do different things in their closet. And when I saw that my sales were really slow last year, I figured I needed to try something new, and that's why this year I've started to go live and I've started to try to get myself out of my comfort zone. And I would have never gone live if it wasn't for, for this year, but I wanted to try it, and there's a lot of things that I've done differently that I needed to change and adapt as the times have changed. And so I just feel like the people that are complaining that lives are killing the platform for those people that, don't want to do them, it's just are you willing to adapt and try something new? Or are you doing the same things over and over that are just not working? And who are you to tell me that the success I'm having is preventing you from having success? Because there are different types of buyers on the whole platform, some that are willing to spend a lot of money, some that don't want to spend a lot of money. And so I hear the argument all the time of oh well, people only want to purchase cheap now on Poshmark in general because people get things for cheap during the shows. And while they do still get things for cheap during shows, I see a lot of people that don't offer things really cheap in shows, and they start at really high bids and then end up making the sales from it. So not everyone wants to pay $3 for an item, not everyone wants to pay $5 for an item. People will pay up for things that have value, and I know personally I do a lot of $3 to $5 items because they're not of high value, so I can offer them that low. And just because I'm doing that doesn't mean another seller can't sell their items for 50 to 100 or more on an item. So I just find that whatever I do does not affect other people, and there's still gonna be people that want to pay a high price for items out there. I don't know, the argument is just getting really old, because I feel like at first a lot of people were saying that when the lives were first introduced, and I think the lives have been around for years now, and they're not going anywhere. In fact, Poshmark just keeps updating the app to really make the lives better, so that they keep adding new features and keep focusing on updating the Posh shows. And if you realize that most of the updates they're putting out are for the Posh shows, it's because it's something that's not going to go anywhere. So just because people claim that it's killing the platform and it's making it so they don't make a lot of sales, they're not going to take it away. It's something that's here to stay. So you just need to either learn to adapt and like it, or just don't do it and learn how to make sales without doing it. But personally, I see success whether I do shows or not, and my sales in January and my sales in February were relatively the same, and I wasn't really doing shows that much in January. And a lot of people say, if you do live shows, how many do you have to do to have success? And really, I do pop-up shows. I don't really have a schedule. It's just whenever I have time. I'm doing a lot more now because I'm moving, so I'm trying to clear out of some stuff, but I normally don't go live that often, and I still have normal success during the week. I'm still having those daily sales during the week, even without doing a live every day. So you don't have to do them often, but you just have to kind of be somewhat consistent with it. You kind of want it to be, somewhat of a schedule. So whether that's every Saturday or every other Saturday or something like that, where you have a routine that people know, that's how you're gonna have more success with them. But I just feel like you don't have to do them that often to really still have those daily sales on Poshmark. And I've always said this, my sales have been daily and consistent before Posh shows and even after Posh shows. So, last year I wasn't doing the shows at all. I wasn't doing, the live shows or anything, and I wasn't on the camera camera at all, and I still had those daily sales. And now that I'm doing the shows, I still have daily sales. So it doesn't make a difference to me in my closet, and that's why it's so frustrating that like people are blaming the people that are having success with the shows and seeing that the shows work for them, enjoying themselves with the shows, and they're blaming, you know, us for the reason why they don't have sales, because it's like, I'm sure there's something else that those closets can do to improve, whether that's, you know, update their listings, have more items, share their listings, and things like that. And it's really funny because a lot of the times when I get those kind of comments, I will actually look at those closets and see like, okay, maybe there's something I can help them with that they can maybe change that's gonna help them. And then I see that they haven't shared their closet in like a couple weeks. And then I'm thinking, well, that's part of the reason why that you're not making those sales. And so for you to go and blame me for having success with shows, and you're saying, well, that's preventing you from making sales. No, what's preventing you from making sales is that you're not sharing your item, or you're not listing new items every day, or you don't have good photos, or, you know, whatever it is. It has nothing to do with what I'm doing on the platform or what other people are doing. And so I don't know, I've gotten really, really frustrated because I keep seeing people complain about it, and they keep blaming people who have success with shows as the reason why they don't have success on the platform. And I just don't think it's fair. I think the argument is really old, and I think it's just really not fair to us sellers. I also see a lot of people that don't do live shows that still actually feel strongly that, you know, the shows don't affect them. So that's also like really good to hear. They just don't do them for whatever personal reason they don't want to, but they're not blaming the shows for anything. They can have success with or without them. So for me, again, it's, you know, there's people out there that aren't blaming the shows, and it's just like those mad people that are trying to find a reason of why they're not making sales, and they're not looking into their own closet to find out why that's happening. And another argument that like I could say, like, okay, well, maybe you're not making sales right now, but have you tried listing on other platforms too? Because it's so important to not put all your eggs in one basket. I know personally I'm only on Poshmark, but I'm only on Poshmark and I still have success with it. But if you're struggling, then maybe join another platform, and maybe you'll have items sell on the other platform. You just don't know until you try. And I think a lot of people are just so quick to like be like, oh, well, I had sales last year, so I should have sales this year. And it doesn't work that way. The platform is like, you know, you kind of have to just figure it out as you go, and it's going to change, so you kind of have to adapt. And I feel like a lot of those people that are complaining are just not adapting, and they're just, you know, frustrated because whatever they used to do 3 years ago or 5 years ago, it doesn't work anymore. And again, you have to change, you have to adapt with the times. And the shows are really, really prominent now because of the other platforms that had started the shows, and now they're kind of taking over, and live selling is really, really popular. But that's not to say that you can't get a good deal otherwise. And I would also like to make it very clear that like I still also get full price sales, I also still get really good offers, and it's not just like people are not just wanting things for $3 and $5. I still get really good offers on pieces that are really reasonable. And people know me as the person that sells really cheap in shows, but I'm also making good closet sales. So just because I'm selling things cheap in a show doesn't mean I'm only gonna sell everything cheap. And that's like something else I've been seeing is like people are like, well, you only sell things for $3, so why did I listen to your opinion? And I don't only sell things for $3. Just today I had a sale that was not $3. I had a sale that was $20 on something that I just listed in the moment. So for me, it's so frustrating when I feel like I'm getting blamed for somebody else who literally could just fix a couple things in their closet and could make some more sales. And again, I've had to change so many things that I've been doing in my closet to really make more sales, and I'm really proud of the progress I've made in my closet and how I'm able to have those daily sales. But I certainly did not get daily sales from just complaining and blaming other people for their success. I took what other people were doing and I was like, well, if they can have success doing that, I'm gonna try it myself. And yes, I was one of those people that swore they would never go live, and now I love doing it. So really, you just have to change and adapt with the times and try something that might not be something that you're super comfortable doing. Okay, so that was a little bit longer of a rant than I had wanted it to be, but again, I was just a little frustrated and needed to get out how I was feeling. So let me know down below, again, how you feel about the lives. Do you know, what are your opinions of it? I would love to hear them down below, and I think we could have a good conversation. No one needs to get mean or aggressive with anyone. Just, you know, you could stay how you feel, but I just feel like it's good to have an open discussion and see how others are feeling. I know, like, I've actually had some comments here on YouTube that have said, you know, they don't like the lives and they're killing the platform, but I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions whatever way you fall. If you want to see another video on some new feature app updates, you could click right here. And if you want to see another video on some reasons why your listings aren't selling and what you can do to fix them, you could click right here. But until next time, I will see you then.